we are going to look at all this one we did last week. Please, let's try to watch that video so that we can begin to practice them. It's good that you, as you are learning it, you are practicing it. That's the only one way you can keep it. Okay, so today we are going to look at statistical functions. So average function is one of the statistical functions. So like if you have this data now, you want to determine the average. So you see this function here, it's already spelled out here. You just come and type equals to average. Okay, then you take the range and press enter. So you just get this figure. So this one is become the average of this data set. So now you have a median. Median is identify a middle value in the set of a number. So I want to get the middle value of this number now, in this set of this number now. If I want to get the middle value, I either put it in ascending order or descending order. So, but automatically the system will just arrange it for you. If you just type equals to median, then you take it from the run, you press enter. To just give you 69.5 is the median. That's the center value of this. So you can do it manually. If you want to do it manually, arrange it in ascending order. This ascending order from the lowest to the highest. Then take since they are 12 observations, so you take the two middle one, which is 69, 70, take them together, add them together and divide it by 2. You have 69.5. So that's how you can also get that. Then you can also do mode. Mode return the most frequent occurring number in a numerical data set. Okay, so the most occurring number, the most occurring. So if you just come here now to type modes, then you take this mode, SNGL, then you take the range and press enter. So it tell you the one that is appear most frequent. 89 appear most frequent in this data. Then you can also have data standard deviations. Standard deviation measure how far a typical observation is from the average of the data. So you also come here and type standard deviation. Okay, so you take this second one and take the range. All right, so all this function is for you to know the functions that you are supposed to use when you have a need for it. So you apply those functions accordingly. Then you can have blank, count blank. This one help you to count blank space, blank cells. Count blank function in Excel is designed to count empty cell in a specific range. It belongs to a category of statistical function. So I want to count empty cells now. What I just need to do, you just come and type count blank. Say equals to count blank and take the range and press enter. So you just tell it 2 is empty, this 2. So if I make this one to be empty now, you see it turn to 3. So that's what count blank can do for you. Then I hope you are following. Are you following? Are you all following?
Yes, sir. We are following, sir.
Mr. Hassan, are you following?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I'm hearing. I don't know this blank column and all that.
Okay, this count blank. If you want to count blank, this blank cell in your data set, maybe you are doing a work. You want to know how many space.
That doesn't have figures.
That doesn't have figure. So you can use count blank to count it. It just tell you that 3 does not have a figure. Then you can use counter function too. It's another function that you can also use to carry out your statistical work. Now, counter functions count cells that contain any type of information, including error, value, empty text, okay, like quotes. Counter function does not count empty cell. Okay, it does not count empty cell, but anything you put here, whether you put geo, it will count it, but it does not count empty cells. So if I put here now, I put equals to counter, and I take this, I press enter. It will only show me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything, it can count anything, but it does not count empty cell. Okay.
Yeah, this is breaking.
It's breaking. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me now?
I'm hearing, but sometimes it withdraws.
Okay, maybe it's
Yeah,
network.
I'm hearing. Yeah.
Maybe it's network. So this counter can count, does not count empty space, but it can count anything countable. Okay, then you also have a count function. Count function allow analysts to count the number of cells that contain a number and the number of arguments that contain number. It also counts numbers in any given array. So now, like this case now, if you see now, it's able to count 8. So it's able to count that you have 8 numbers here now. Here, 2 numbers because there's a space. So what you just go is to type equals to. I told you any function you type in Excel, you must start with equals to. You take count, it will count only the numbers too. If I make here like this now, it will turn to 3. If I make this one like this, it will turn to 4. So that's what count function can do for you. You have count if. Count if functions count the number of cells in a range that meets specific criteria. Now, this one you set is criteria. One of the criteria we set now is this Lagos. If you set Lagos here now as our criteria, okay. Now you want to do count if. You come, you say equals to count if. Count if. Now see range. You see this sig text is range. You take the range. Okay, I want to count how many Lagos that is in this, and then you press comma. You take Lagos. You press enter. You will tell me you have 6 Lagos in this data set. If I increase it to 7, it should turn to 7. If I increase it to this, it turn to 8. Then count if is. Count if is. If you have 2 criteria that you have set, this is criteria 1, criteria 2. Okay, so if I have 2 criteria that I have set, I'll use count if is. If I come now, I say equals to count if is. I take the criteria range, the first one. I say I want to look for water. Where how many water I have? I press enter, press comma. I take this water, then I press comma. Then I want to know how many water that equal 1. I take that range. I come comma. I take 2. I press enter. It's showing me 0. Why? Because 2 is not here. So, but if I turn this one to 2, you see this water here will turn to 1. You see it? This water here now turn to 1 because is seeing water and 2 together. Okay, if I turn this water now into 2, you see now it will turn to 2. Into 2 to turn to 2. You see this one will turn to 2. But if I turn this water into another 2, you see 3. That means it's seeing these 2 water where you have the same water and 2 together. It's seeing it at 3. But if I change this one to 3, you could not see that 3. You only see the 2. So that's what count if is helping you to do. It helps you to count, but in a multiple criteria. Okay. So then we have another function here. We have trend function. Trend function is another function. Are you still hearing me? Are you still hearing me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, trend function. Trend function is an Excel function in statistical that use statistical tool to compute a linear trend line for a set of known Y and S value. Okay, so this one can help you to project for next year future. Okay, look at the function here. We have trend. Now you do equals to trend. Okay, you see known ys. Known ys is the 6 to 13. You press comma, then take a to 13. Press comma. Okay, that is no ys, we have done that. No s, we have done that. New s, which is from here to this. You press comma, then you put true. You press enter. It will just give you the projection from this to 18. So if I change anything here now, you see now it will change. So it means that from January to December, this is what you sold. And I want to project based on what I want. So I want to project what I'm going to sell next year. So this is the projection for next year based on what you have done for 1 year. So that's it. And then we have a trim me function. Trim me function can also help you to remove outlier. There's what we call outlier. This is a graph now. If you have a graph now, you now have a number. You now have a number. One of the items of the number is somewhere outskirts of other numbers. That is outlier. Okay, now if you check this Monday now, we have 1, we have 300. We have 6 to this. You see that these numbers are very close to themselves. They will now have 300. We cannot plot this kind of graph because it's going to affect our graph. How can you have 300 when the observations are 6, 9, 8, and all of that? So this is like outlier. Okay. So if you use trim me now, I want to. If I use trim me now, say at 2% because this is 12 observations. I say 1 and 2 is 2 over 12. So I say this 2 over 12, remove them as an outlier. It will remove them for me. So if I come now, I say, I want to get the me, I say equals to trim me. Okay, I take this to this, then I press 2 over 12, press enter, press this. So you just give me a range that is close to this one. You will isolate the 1 300 from this calculation because they are outlier. How can you have 1 far from the other numbers and 300 far from those? So that could be a mistake or miscalculations. Then we also have if function. If function is another function that you can use maybe when you are giving discount to customers or this thing. If I want to come and I say equals to if, I press this, then I say if this one is equals to 50. Return to me, yes. Return to me, yes. Otherwise, if it's not up to, return to me, no. That's what I'm doing now. I press enter. So this one is up to 50. That's why I say yes. So if here is 60 now, you should say no. You see it? So this is what if functions can do for you. Then we also have AND function. AND function is another function that you can also use. Look at the functions here. You can use them combined with if function sometime. Okay, can use them combined with if function sometimes. So if you say equals to if and, okay, and, right? Then I say this is greater than please mute your mic, please. Okay, so if this equals to is greater than 100, comma, and this is less than is greater than 100 also, 120. Okay, then return to me yes. Return to me yes. If not, return to me no. Press enter. So it's no because the criteria I set are not the same. I say if this one is greater than 100, it's not greater, it's less than. And if this one is greater than, it's actually greater. So one is saying no, and one is saying yeah. So of course it will return to me no. So that's this. You can also use off functions. Off functions can also be used sometimes in case of what you want to address. Okay, so you just type equals to an or. Okay, you take C9. C9 is greater than 10, comma, C9 is greater than D9. Okay, you can also do that, and you also get true or false using all functions. All right, error function. Error function is another function. Sometimes you make errors. You can also use error, if error functions. This is a logical function now. So sometimes you are calculating and you have this error because you don't have anything here. You have figure 6, you don't have anything here, and you are dividing this row by this row. So of course you have error. This error will appear, but you have to remove it because when you sum it together from the down, when you sum it, it will not be able to sum because errors are found in the columns. You see it now, so it will not be able to sum. So for it to sum, you have to attach if error function. So you come and say if error equals to if error. Okay, then you take the division. This divided by this, comma. Then you use quotes function and press enter. So it just give you dash. If you want 0, you put 0 in between the quotes and press. You put 0 in between the quotes. You press enter. So it will come to 0. Okay. So that when you sum here now, you can have a accurate figure. You see it now. So that's what you do. Then concatenate. Concatenate help you to return a text string by joining several text strings together. Okay. I can come now and say equals to concatenate. I click concatenate. I want this, comma. I do quote. This person, Mr. Fred, love to buy. Put close the quote. Love to buy, comma, this product. Press enter. See it? So if I come here now, I change it to James. To change here. So it just help you to join them together. So now you see this love, James love is very close to the SS, so you can separate it. See it? And separate it. So that as you are keying information here, it's joining together here. That's what's called concatenate. Then you can also have length. Length function. Length function help you to count the characters, number of characters in the given cell. If you just come and click equals to length and take this that is here, press, it tell you it's 13, 36 that is there. So if you reduce it now, if you reduce this thing now to a lower number, it will also reduce. So that's length function can do for you. Then we also have a mean function. All these functions I'm teaching you, when you want to analyze bigger data sets, you may need 1 or 2 of them. So what I'm just trying to do is to teach them in parts so that when you want to make use of them, you already have a basic knowledge so that you just apply them in your work. So that's what we are trying to do. Now we have mean function. Mean function categorized under a set text function. Return a stipulated number of characters from the middle of a given text string. This function is handy for extracting character from the middle of a specific text during a financial analysis. So you can also use them in combination with value, sum, count, date, and day functions. So now I want to search the middle of this number. I want to start from 11, character 11. Then I want to search only number 4 characters. Okay, that's this what I'm set now. So if I just come here, I click equals to. I click equals to mint. Take this, and take the number of characters. I press enter. Tell me OJ. OJ. If I turn this one to 3, you see it now. OJ. Okay. If I turn this one to 1, you tell me is 0 because it started from this 0 here. Okay. If I turn this one, okay, let me turn it to 2, 3. You see OJ. Then if I turn this one to 1, where he started from, you see it now. It jump to doctor. Doctor. D arrow. There's a space here, a space, character space there. That's why it's taking this. If I turn this one to 4, so you understand it. You see it. It has picked this. So that's how you use it to extract data, data from characters from your informations. All right. Now we have set function. Set function is another function that you can also use in Excel. Set function return the possible position of a specific character or text with text with doing another text string starting from specific position. Now I want to this is Apple and I want to search A. Okay, based on the position that it is. If I just come here and I click search. Okay, I click search. What am I going to find? A, I want to find on Apple. I press this. You say it's 1. If I turn this one to P, you tell me it's 2. If I turn this to L, you tell me it's in the character 4. Okay, the 4th character. So that's how you use it to also extract. Then trim function. This one is also very important. It can help you to trim your data set. Now, if you type anyhow in your data set, it's not aligned well. Maybe you see the cat in the hat. There's a long space here. Maybe there's a long space here. And this is not how you want to analyze the data because it's going to give you error or incorrect calculation. So what you just do is to click equals to and trim it and press enter. Trim it. It will just help you to trim all. So it should just help you to trim all so that it will align well. That's why if you roll it down, all of them, see this one that is the align well. This one that I did align well, it will help you to align it well. Okay. I hope you are there. I hope you are hearing me.
Yes,
all
sir.
right. All right. So now you use the left function. Left function is also a function that receives a choosing number of character, counting from the left. Now, from here now, if I want to get the first character, I'll just type left. I'll just take this B2 to be this thing. So you will just give me, if I come here and I say equals to left, so it to just give me all the left. If I change this one to A, see it, to give me the A. That's what. Then the right is opposite of left. The way we did this, you just type right, and they also help you. You know, all these things are very important when you are dealing with a particular set of data, and you want to make an insight from the data. So you may decide to use some of these functions. Okay, so now this exact date, there's an exact function. It's also help you if you have January, Monday and Tuesday, where you have exact figure. When you just click and say exact, okay, you select the 2 date. If they are the same, you tell it true. If they are not the same, tell you false. Here now they are not the same, it's false. Here and here are the same, true. So that's what you also use exact function to do. Then we also have value function. Value function is another key function that you can also use. It's under the set text function that transform text string representing a number into a number into a number. Text that appear in a recognized format, such as number, date, or into a numerical value. So now, this is a text I got from internet, and I want to change it to value. I'll just type here, I'll click value and type it up and select it. You see, it has changed it to value. This one now, it has removed this dollar sign with the long space. You see, then this one now, it has turned into value. So if you want to turn any data to numerical value, you will use value to turn any data you get from internet. Because sometimes when you get those data, you can change it to different format that you may not want to use. So you can use this value to quickly change it and make use of it. Then test join. This one help you to test, also join test, just like concatenate that we have looked at before. Test join function help analysis to combine tests from multiple cells into a single string. Okay, so this is set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4, set 5. So if I come, I type I type equals to text join. Okay, can use this quotes to separate the function. Then you come, you say, is it true? Is it true? And ignore true, ignore empty cell. You put true. Okay, comma. Say ignore empty cell. You take the first one, comma, take this one, comma, take this one, comma, take this one, comma, take this one. Close it. See it. Accountant is in the office. See it. It will just show you this. This one is different from concatenate. This one is when you join cells together. It's also look like a concatenate, where you can also join two test string together. Then proper function. This is also very important function in Excel. This one will help you to capitalize the first letters. If you have this letter now and you have already typed long work and you want to capitalize them. So what you just do, you just come here, say equals to proper. Then you take it and press enter. So just help you to capitalize it. So you don't need to start typing it again to capitalize it. And the first letter capitalize, second letter, just like that, to help you to capitalize them. All right, so that's the work for today. I have an assignment I'll share on the platform. This assignment, you determine the total expenses of this work. The total expenses is there. You determine the total of what is spent on finance using some if amount that is spent on finance. I want to know how much. Determine the average of the total cost using average function. Determine the middle value of this is using median function. Check to know the amount that appear most using mode function. Determine how many occurrence is bank charges on the list of the listing using count if function. Determine how many production in a bank charges appear in the table. Use count if function. Use trim function to clear the data before analyzing. So I'll send this assignment to you so that you can work on it.